Hello and welcome to Cutter Farms. How is everyone doing this fine evening? It's been a few months since I've streamed, and I'm excited to jump into it. We're going to be hanging out on the multiplayer server. Apologies, I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. We're going to be hanging out on one of the multiplayer servers tonight with some of the channel members. I believe Nagi's got a bunch of corn that needs chopping, so he's got a bunch of stuff set up here. So we're going to jump into that here in a second. It's been months. I've been busy with launching American Farming, and that has taken up way more of my time than I anticipated. We launched on Black Friday, and then I've been working on bug fixes and support and all kinds of different things for the last month since we launched that. And we've had some unfortunate stuff in the family. My father-in-law passed away just before the holidays, and it's just been busy. So we're going to try and get back into things. Now, this is going to be the last stream of the year. I'm excited to just hang out and have a chill stream, talk to everyone in the community, but the videos won't start up again until January 8th because I am going to go on vacation with my family here for the new year. So we're going to be getting back to videos starting Monday, January 8th, I believe. Yeah, it's been a couple of months. It's been crazy, and I just wanted to do a stream and let y'all know that I'm still here, and the videos are gonna start coming again, and we'll see how it goes. Johnny B. Popper in the stream, good to see you, man. Livin', good to see you. We've got Dylan Campbell earlier here just before the stream started jumping in. So nice to see all y'all in the stream tonight. I'm looking up, I've got my chat way up above me here. Let me move this down to a more appropriate spot so I'm not staring up into space all night. We'll put it over here on the other side of the camera. We've got Nagi's in stream here, but I saw he dropped his 34 months member badge, which is pretty awesome. Farmer Trio, how you doing, man? All right. Let's get into the game here, see if I can remember all the buttons. We've got our stream deck set up. I'm not going to be sitting over at the steering wheel and stuff tonight. I'm going to be playing on the keyboard at the desk. I was too lazy to set up the green screen over there today. My kids are home from school, so it's been a crazy couple of months. Godly Devil there in chat and on the server as well. Should be a good times. I'm going to move the chat around over to here. And Dan Stafford, always good to see you, man. Appreciate the condolences there. My mouse is stuck. I can't make this chat window any bigger. Hang on. It's going to drive me nuts if I don't get this moved to a better spot. There we are. And we're in. I think we've got Farm Sim sound. Hopefully everything's still good. I haven't touched any of the settings here. And do I want a chopper or truck? I'll start with a chopper. I feel like that's safer. I'll take second tier chopper. We'll see if we can follow Godly Devil down the field here. I might even have to set up a GPS track. Hang on a second. I need the other stream deck for that. Alright, we're going to bring the second stream deck over here. And this has all my Farm Sim controls on it. This had all my Farm Sim controls on it. It looks like it's in some kind of a default configuration now. What has happened? We might not have a GPS tonight. That could be a disaster. Stream deck, cockpit, and this needs to be set to this profile. All right, we're back. We've got buttons and we've got some GPS. Should work out great for us. All right. Yeah, Godly Devil, why don't you start us off here? Dan, good to see you, man. Dan Olmstead, Dylan Campbell, everybody's coming and hanging out tonight. Awesome. I'm excited. Farmer Trio's here for the crashes. Well, I did test the crash counter. I think we've got that set up tonight. All right. Dan's on the server though, so we've got everybody here tonight, both on the server and in chat. South Park 48, my day's great. It's fun. My kids are home from school. My oldest is home from college for a full month. His last final was on December 8th, I think. And then he doesn't go back until January 8th. So we've got him home for a whole month. It's been great having the older kid home. Van Reasons in Minnesota, how you doing? Good to see ya. Yeah, we didn't make it out to Minnesota this Thanksgiving. We stayed home. We weren't sure my wife was going to make it back from, she was overseas caring for her father. And she managed to make it back for Thanksgiving, but everything was kind of crazy. And so my wife was gone for 3 weeks to Belarus taking care of her dad, and then was back here but had a work trip somewhere in the middle there, so she was gone for like 4 weeks out of 5. And then I was launching the game and everything else going on. I was sick for a month and a half, almost actually just over 2 months by the time I finished my antibiotics. So it's been crazy. I've lost track of the days, but what I was saying is it's been good. The kids are all home. My oldest is home from college. My youngest is out of school now this week. And so he came and hung out, and we've been playing tabletop war games with him. He just turned 7. And we've been doing tabletop games, and so we just started playing Battletech Alpha Strike because he's been really into mechs and stuff. And that was a game I played a lot of, the classic Battletech back in the day. So that's been kind of fun. I've been 3D printing terrain and mechs and all kinds of stuff. So it's been a lot of fun. But now that life is settling down, we got this American farming game released, and everything else is kind of going back to normal. I'm going to be getting back to doing daily videos starting in January and see how well we can keep up with that. I think Nagi got just behind Godly Devil there. I'm watching all the chaff is going everywhere. We were double loading into Nagi for a little bit there, and now Dan's got to catch up. He's got to get up there with GD. I'm so distracted, I'm not even reading chat now. I've got to get a little bit closer if we're gonna both dump at the same time. Ryan, how you doing, man? Good to see ya. You guys had a good 2 inches of rain west of you, and North Dakota, South Dakota got clobbered. Yeah, it's been raining a lot here too. It was kind of a bummer. We don't have any good snow for Christmas. I think we're seeing just a smidge of server lag, maybe. Dan's falling behind here. Oh, he's full. My bad. Yeah, I think we're gonna need maybe another truck driver over a double forage harvester here. Let me see if I can go grab a truck. This is a 36x map, Bill. Yes, this map is huge. I'll jump in this truck. Oh, looks like Nagi's bringing another empty out. I'll run this down and grab an empty. I'll show you guys the map for this in a minute if you haven't seen it. This map is ridiculous. The field area here that we're working on is just one section, and it's like 560 acres. It's crazy. Lots of acres. I'll get this moving though. I think that with the size of this field, 3 trucks is going to have a hard time keeping up with 1 chopper. So this is the map, which is ginormous. And this section, this field 42 area, this is 560 acres. We're going to chop this back third of the map, it looks like. So over 100 acres we're going to chop in the stream here, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Bill, that's a great question. I do not remember where I downloaded this, but Argsy's got that great map site. What the heck is that called? Let me put my cruise control on here. I'll look it up. I get I keep track of a lot of my maps off of Argsy's website. Let me find it. He's got a map directory that makes life easy. I don't know if he's still updating it or not, but I got a bunch of my links off of that, and I know he's linked it off of this somewhere. And I'm driving over Nagi's corn over here. We do have crop destruction on this map, so my bad. But if you click around, I'm pretty sure it's on there somewhere. I'm trying to figure out... There we go. I've got gears on this thing. And I think he said we're going 7 miles an hour. I'm all over the place. I apologize. I'm trying to remember how to play this game. Nagi is due recompense. I know I ran over like $100 of corn over there. This is why it always cracks me up when they're like, hey, do you want to get on and stream? We're going to do a silage harvest here. I'm like, are you really sure you want me driving next to your crops? AFB mapping, that sounds right, Caleb. Thank you. Yeah, I love the modders are using itch.io to host their stuff because itch has been a pretty solid platform, but it's not very discoverable, so we still need to know about everybody and where they're releasing their mods and stuff. How's the volume for everybody? Is the truck too loud? Do I need to turn the game sound down a little bit, or is that okay for everybody still? We'll get right up here. See if I can keep up with the chopper here. I think I'm in the high end of 7. Volume's perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's been so long since I've streamed. I'm like trying to remember to check all the things. Sometimes when updates happen, it's trying to figure out if any of the settings got changed or anything like that. Where's he going? Okay. Now, is this field actually empty, or... Yeah, it is. Just not updating yet. This map is so big, I had to go into flight mode and fly around a bit. Oh, we gave Godly a little bit of a love tap there. We got that crash counter working. We had to make sure the crash counter was still working. Jace, the multiplayer is only open for the this is one of the channel members servers, so for those that become members of the channel, I've been running multiplayer servers for years now, it feels like, and so we've kept the server running. Even though I haven't been doing videos, I've still been semi-active on Discord, and we've managed to keep this server running. For how big this map is, I've been surprised. It's been very stable. I've only had to restart the server like 3 times in the last couple of months, which for a farm sim server is pretty good. I feel like I lost a lot of chat earlier on, so trying to catch back up with everyone. KRVN, it's good to see you. Happy New Year. Yeah, we're coming right up into New Year. This is going to be my last stream of the year here, so I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going a little fast here. I'm going to drop it down a gear, see if it holds me on a little bit better. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Let me alt-tab for a minute. I lost all my stream stats when I was goofing off here a minute ago. Make sure that the stream doesn't get lost in the ether here. There we go. Professor Logic, how you doing? I think Godly's trying to straighten his rows out, but I'm crowding him. Caravan, you're here, so it's a party. There you go. Nick, welcome to the stream, man. I haven't streamed in a couple of months, so you haven't been missing it. That's for sure. Just got done with your corn harvest tonight. Nice. Am I lagging, or oh, the server's probably saving. That's what's going on. I'm not used to playing multiplayer farm sim. It's been a while. That's fine. We're, you know what, 15 minutes into the stream and we've only crashed once. I think that's pretty good for us. Let's see if I can adjust my FOV. We seem to be a little wide right now. That's better. Oh, I've been full for a bit. I need to remember my honky buttons. And my gears. Gears. Fourth gear. Nagi's out here cleaning up all the equipment I left laying around. Matthew, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Trying to get back in the swing of streaming here. We're, it's funny as I'm super excited to get back to making videos. Was it the Tatum County map came out this last couple of days? I was really excited to give that a try once it went public. But unfortunately, I won't have time to make any new videos on anything until the first week of January there. I don't get back until like the 5th or something. But I'm going to probably be doing a series on that map at some point here. But we're going to be continuing UMRV. There's stuff I still want to do on that server, so... Or that save, I should say. Alright, let's see if I can figure this out. I'm going to back it all the way up to the wall before I start unloading. And is it Control I to unload here? It is. See if I can really get it up on the wall there. We'll leave ourselves a little bit of a ramp so that eventually whoever's pushing this with the silage blade can smooth that out. Dylan, you'll love being on PC. What? I'm missing something. Oh, Professor Logic, is this an open server? You just purchased your first PC, you're looking to join a farm. So this server is not. This server is set up for our channel members, which is people who subscribe to the channel on YouTube, or join the channel on YouTube, I should say, for, I don't even remember what it is, $5 a month, I think. And we run a few servers, but I think everybody's pretty much just playing on this one right now. I do have an open to the community server slot that a couple of guys were running for me from the community, but it was kind of inactive. And I don't think anybody's playing on that server right now, but there was some questions about whether we should start something new up on that server slot here. And so if there's enough interest on Discord, I think that there's a couple of people willing to run that server for me. So we might get that set up and running again here after the holidays. So if you are interested in a community server, jump on the Discord server and let people know. The link to the Discord server is in the description of the video, I believe. But yeah, just getting into PC, it is going to be a big change for you. You're going to love it. There's so much more to the game with the mods and stuff. I've played a little bit unmodded, and I couldn't do it. We ran a crossplay server for quite a while for the community, and I just can't keep running crossplay server. I can run one, I just can't play it. It's just not that much fun for me. Looks like Godley's got this row all straightened out now, so we can start using GPS. That's going to be good. But Grant, yeah, so we did set up a crossplay server in the past. I don't remember what's running right now, to be honest. I haven't checked in on the community servers in just a little bit. But we were running one for quite some time. I'm going to put cruise control down here. I wasn't sure if Nagi had anything left in the tank there or not. Let me catch up. I'm sure Nagi's back here crying as I waste his corn. Caleb, do you know what maps MRG has on his Patreon? I'm not sure. It's funny, I worked with MRG. He was working for the Squad Built team for a little bit, so I was talking to him semi-regularly, but I haven't checked in with him in a little bit, so I'm not sure what he's got over on his Patreon right now. Yeah, that's one of the next things that I need to get back to working on the American farming side is we've got another map we want to release at some point in the future. But that's going to be a little ways down the road. We've been focusing on performance and optimization stuff lately. Did Santa bring you any neat gifts this year? He brought the kids some neat stuff. My youngest, my 7-year-old, just turned 7 at the beginning of December. He has been asking about a skateboard for months. And so Santa brought him a skateboard. And he has been, luckily it's been no snow on the ground, so he's been out in the driveway practicing on his skateboard the last couple of days, and he has loved it. He's loved it. Have I done anything on the smoker over the holidays? Not over the Christmas holiday, but I did smoke the turkey for Thanksgiving, which was an interesting experience, running that on the pellet grill, the pellet smoker. But I haven't done anything since that. That was my last smoke. Grant, no, I don't mind if people do anything to stream or run YouTube when they're playing. All I ask if people are doing that on the public servers especially is to just let the other people that are on the server know that you're streaming when they hop on. That way they know. Marcio, when am I going to bring back a UMRV? I'm going to start putting videos out again starting the week of January 8th. We'll be getting back to making videos. Do you have to buy rights or a plug to play these mods? So all of the mods I'm using on my servers are free and available to the community. I tend to avoid any of the paid play mods that people have out there, including anything that's like on a Patreon as a, oh man, what do you call it? Like a testing mod or what have you. People monetize their efforts in different ways, but I like to focus on things that are available to the whole community. It's just been how I play. Nick, when I am putting out videos, I've been releasing videos on the weekdays. So the plan is to get back to doing Monday through Friday weekday videos starting January 8th. I forget I've got manual transmission turned on. I gotta crank up the gears here to get a little bit more speed. Yeah, Marcio, it's funny is I didn't think UMRV would last as long as it has. I forget we're 60 episodes into that series, and I'm still getting a ton of views on it when I was making videos. You know, I've been away for a couple of months, but people are really loving that series, and there's still a lot more that I want to do in that series, so I'm happy to keep playing that farm if people want to keep watching the videos. Alright, let's see. I'm going to try and put it right back in that corner over there where there's that little divot. I've noticed that when I switch trucks, my field of view changed again. I'll have to adjust it in every vehicle that I get into. See if we can get a little bit better of a view here. There we go. Oh yeah, Farmer Trio. There was no surprise when I bought the 8RX, I'm sure. I am unable to move forward right now. I think the game's saving. Okay, there we go. Hey Matt, how you doing? Glad to catch a stream. Yeah, I haven't put a video out or streamed, I feel like, in a couple of months now. It's embarrassing. Can't even call myself a YouTuber anymore. Marcia, you're from Brazil, started playing Farm Sim because of me? Well, I appreciate that. It's funny, I started playing Farm Sim because of Daggerwin, of all people, YouTuber. Was the first video I watched before I even knew it was a series. I feel like we're starting to get caught up here with the chopper. Maybe I'll jump in that tractor with the silage blade and level some stuff out. I think I'm going to park this one on the far end here, and then we'll have an empty truck on this end for somebody to dump into or jump into if needed. And then I'll go grab that tractor with the silage blade here. I can't tab to it because there's like 100 pieces of equipment on this server, even though I think there's only maybe 4 people playing on the server right now, but the size of the fields and everything on this map, people have had to buy so much equipment to keep everything going. Farmer Groot, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Yeah, Nick, Daggerwin's just been one of those staples in the community, has done some awesome stuff over the years. I haven't I don't keep up with anybody else's videos anymore at this point. There's just not enough time in the day trying to run a couple of YouTube channels and the software development business on the side. And I've been getting into 3D printing and stuff as well. And so there's just not enough time in the day, especially with the kids and everything else. But it's he's one of my favorite YouTube content creators because I've been watching him since before I did YouTube. Can I lift this up, or is it all mouse control? Nope, I didn't want to go down. I think this is all mouse control. Nick, what are my other channels? I have another channel called Ketter Builds where I play more base building, survival type games. I haven't done any content over there in a couple of months either, so it's not like I'm over there doing videos and not doing anything on this channel. I've just been so busy with things in life. Oh my goodness, I wasn't even watching. Noggy's back. Crash counter +1. But yeah, 3D printing's been a load of fun. I've been printing up tabletop terrain. I like to play tabletop war games, which I haven't done a lot of, but now that my youngest is old enough to like do math and read rules and do stuff like that, we've been starting to play over the holidays while he's been home from school, and he's been doing better than I thought. I wish we'd started earlier. I could have been playing games with him for a while now. Let's see here. Compaction of 5%. Dan Stafford, you've been playing on Tainton County now. How do you like it? I've seen a lot of people saying good things about it. I haven't tried it out since it got released publicly. Your computer has trouble running the graphics settings above low, though? Yeah. That can be a problem on the bigger maps like that are more detailed. DJ Goham, how you doing, man? Yeah, the singing Christmas video that Argsy put together, that was a lot of fun. It's funny is I take a step back from making videos for 2 months, and then the first thing I do is publicly embarrass myself doing a Christmas video. But that was good fun. I had fun, and I'm glad Argsy reached out and asked me to be a part of that. I'm just glad I almost picked 12 because I didn't want to have to be on like over and over again, but I was worried he was going to ask me to be like, you know, the first or second day of Christmas or something like that, and I was so glad to see that Mr. DJ Goham took that spot. I think everyone would rather watch him repeat his lines over and over again. I showed my wife, and I told my wife she was not allowed to send that to anybody else in the family. That the only reason I was letting her see it is because she caught me watching it on the TV when she came back downstairs from putting the kids to sleep. I was like, oh, I was not going to tell you about it at all. So, yeah, I'm not good. I'm not a singer. I'm not quitting my day job to start singing. It's not going to happen, so no worries there. Let's move this truck up a little bit here as well. See how these guys are doing. Been using the Carl Farm Steigers and the K9 blade for silage. Yeah, that's a nice setup. And he just released the updates to that, right? I know that they weren't out last time I checked, so I feel like he just made an update to those in the last few months. Yeah, see, DJ Goham's a trained musician. He's good. He plays the drums. You were a DJ for a real DJ for a period of time too, so I'm sure you've got more of an ear for music than some of the rest of us. All right, I've checked on them. They're going good. I'm gonna keep pushing silage here, see if we can get our compaction level up. I'm gonna drop this blade down a little bit. Kedrick, if you could get permission to do so, would there be any chance you would release or edit on Discord of the UMRV Harvestor? I think I already actually posted the edit that I need to do to change the Harvestor to hold the different TMR mixes and stuff that I've got. So if you look in the help channel, I forget what it's called now, I haven't been on Discord for so long, but I posted the XML changes there, Johnny Popper, and if not, just ping me if you can't find them in that channel, and I'll find them for you, because that was a pretty easy edit to update the Harvestor on UMRV. DJ Goham, you got an ear but not a voice. Hey, I appreciated that you recorded multiple takes so that it wasn't the same visual for every take on that song. I was thinking about that. I was like, oh man, I should have recorded like 4 different versions and done something silly in each of them so that if you actually watch the whole thing, then you're seeing 4 different takes. That's a great idea. I wish I'd thought of it earlier. All right, I'm gonna get out of the way here and let Dan back in so I'm not causing him stress. Nobody apparently wants more crash counters. Where can you find me singing? Hang on, I'm gonna link this video. The stream views are about to drop slightly as everybody goes and watches me humiliate myself. 1 second. ArgZ FS, ArgZ YouTube. 222. ArgZ Gaming. I love ArgZ. He's always off trying to find something cool to do with the community too. I am lazy. I'm a lazy YouTuber. There, let's see if that works. I think that'll work. It didn't show up as like an actual link, so you might have to copy and paste that text. OG, this map is not on console. It is a 36x map, if I remember correct, or 32x or something like that. It's ridiculously large. If we look at the map here, this map is humongous. This chunk here is 227 hectares, or hectacres. It's or hectares, like 500 and something acres, and that's just this little section here. So I don't think this would run on console. I'm gonna keep this window up. I need to get that silage compacting mod on the server here for you guys so you can just see the progress on silage compacting without having to have the help menu up. Nope, looks like the server's saving. Yeah, it was worth a good laugh. It was a good video.
Oh no!
We've crashed again, folks. Tried to get over here and smooth out this new bit that got dropped and right into the wall. Oh, that's why. I keep hitting the space bar to go backwards, and this is one of those tractors that doesn't have the gearbox, so I have to actually push the back key. What's the FPS like on this map? Great question. Looks like about 52 for me, 50. But, you know, I'll say it. I know I'm waiting for Livin to comment, but this is a 4090. The NVIDIA 4090 does a pretty good job with Farm Sim. It doesn't really seem to matter what map I play. I can usually rock 50 to 60 FPS. I'm capped at 60 FPS. I don't bother running faster than that because, honestly, I don't put 60 FPS out to YouTube even. It's not worth the frame rates. I usually run 30 FPS for my videos and streams. Caleb, any ATS streams? You know, I'm sad. I wanted to do the holiday event for ATS and haul packages and stuff, and I just haven't gotten a chance to even open ATS. But I do want to do some more ATS streams. I was thinking and talking to the other staff team members, because we just had a blast when we were doing that as a team, that maybe we'll do like Trucking Thursdays, and I'll stream ATS every Thursday. I think this thing is like auto floating or something. I'm trying to lower it down so that I can scrape this part in the front, and every time I lower it down it starts to raise back up. I wonder if I've got that joystick plugged in over there and it's auto centering back. I bet that's what's going on. That's why this isn't doing too much. That's what's going on. Oh well, we'll just we'll keep running over it. We're at 30% already though. We're doing pretty good. Hey, Nick Stegman, how you doing, man? Long time no see. Dylan, DJ needs to play this map with only 3-meter equipment. Yeah, you couldn't do it. This map is too big. Oh my goodness, we crashed right into that wall. This map is so big, though. Even if you were running course play with, you know, all the workers, you'd never get anything done. Even if you were doing it at super fast speeds, I feel like you just wouldn't get enough done. Mason Farms, how was your Christmas? My Christmas was great. Hung out with the family, the kids, had a good time. Ate way too much food. Trucker Matsy, how you doing, man? Good to see you. But yeah, we had kind of a bummer of a start to the holiday season. My father-in-law passed away just before the holidays, which is rough on my wife. She'd been overseas for a few weeks in November, taking care of him. In fact, we weren't sure she was going to make it back for Thanksgiving, but she did. And then he passed just before Christmas here, finally, which it's a bummer. We knew it was coming. We'd known it was coming since this summer when we were hanging out with him, and the whole family got together over the summer for my sister-in-law's wedding, so that was really good. But even when you know it's coming, there's just never a good time for something like that. And so it was kind of a rough way to start the holiday season, but I think that getting to hang out with the kids and see everybody be super happy and stuff like that has helped a bit. What the rough part is because it happened just before Christmas, and everything's the travel and everything else is hard. Like, we couldn't even go out for the funeral because we only had like 3 days, and we wouldn't have gotten out there until after the funeral. So my wife didn't get to go out for the funeral, so I think that was kind of a bummer for her. But I say kind of a bummer. I mean, is devastating. She's really upset, but there's only so much you can do. But other than that, not to put a downer on the whole holiday spirit thing, we had a good holiday, and and I think that's important, right? To focus on the good parts. But appreciate the condolences, guys. I'm not trying to bring down the live stream vibes here. Congrats on 33K subscribers. Thanks, Farmer Trio. Yeah, I noticed that we bumped up past that a little bit ago, and that's pretty exciting. I have to say, I never really expected this channel to turn into much when I started it, you know, a little over, what, 5 years ago now? A little bit more. But here we are, still going, I'd say strong. We're still going. When I get back to posting on a regular basis, I'll say we're still going strong. But we had to take a few months off with everything going on. But we're going to be back to it after we get through the holidays here. What's interesting is, you know, in the U.S., I feel like Christmas is the big holiday and New Year's is just kind of like a one-day deal. But having married somebody from Eastern Europe, New Year is actually the bigger holiday for them. And so we're really getting excited for New Year. We always try to go somewhere warm after Christmas and spend New Year somewhere warm. So we're going to be going down to Mexico for a week here towards the end of this week. Enjoy some sunshine and the beach culture. Get some time in the swimming pool with the kids. It'll be good times. Nick, what's my favorite map series on my channel? My favorite of all time would probably have been one of my several series on the Millennial Farmer map in FS19. I just had a blast on that map. But if you're talking about FS22, I'd probably the UMRV series. That's been going for 60 episodes now, and there's still more stuff that I want to do in that series, so that's been a blast. Mason Farms go somewhere warm. Michigan is pretty warm right now. It's been in the 50s, but it's just kind of like raining and miserable. If it's going to be warm, I want sunshine and beach weather. That's what I want. Oh no. We're going up over the wall. Crash counter. Trying to level this out a little bit. Okay, it's probably not going to be a great idea for me to go back and forth slamming into the walls the short way. Oh, I love that these semis have such a knocking sound when they come in. Not sure where he's going. I'm going to do one more pass here while he starts backing out. All right, we've got this thing 53% compacted. I think I will park this thing off to the side for a little bit and maybe go jump in a semi and get in line to haul some silage. Excuse me. We're over most of the sinus infection, I feel like, but I've still got like a little bit of a stuffy nose thing going on, a little bit of a tickle in the throat, so been coughing off and on here a little bit still. Looks like we're gonna be right in time to get in line behind the other semi here. Mason Farms, absolutely love the Millennial Farmer FS19 series. Yeah, that was one of my the periods in Farm Sim where I was probably the most excited. I was learning a little bit about modding, editing the map, kind of helping those guys with some of the bugs and stuff on that map. It was a good time. Tim, if you have a chance, I recommend visiting Chichen Itza. So we did Chichen Itza with my older son when he was maybe 10 or 11, and my youngest hasn't been there, and he's 7 now, so that would have been, you know, a good 8+ years ago that we went last time. And so we're talking about renting a car and going to see the ruins this trip, because I think that it'd be fun to go back, and I think my youngest would definitely enjoy it. He's at that stage where he's excited about pretty much everything in life, so we're gonna go down there and see it, I think. Again. Joe Roy, how you doing, man? #1 song of 2023? Yeah, I don't know about that. That was pretty rough. I watched it a couple of times with because my wife came in right as I finished, and I hate watching myself on video normally, like when I'm editing videos and stuff. But watching myself try to sing, if you want to call it that, ooh, that's one of the worst forms of torture. Keegan, how you doing? Rough Riders, it's 40 here in Saskatchewan summers. Nice. Or 50s. Farmer Trio, will the Welkers storm the UMRV farm? Probably not. Oh, goodness. Got to keep up on the water tonight. Haven't streamed in a while. I'm not used to talking this much. Down here in Ohio, it was 60 over Christmas. Yeah, it was like 51 up here, I think, and raining. It was just miserable. Yeah, I saw the Sid Modding's been working on that Gleaner for a while now. I have no idea when it's coming out, though. I have not kept up on the mod and map releases at all while I've been off the last couple of months. Looks like Nagi's over there trying to straighten up my mess that I made of the silage. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got aggressive on my turning. Wasn't quite a crash, though. It was 38 Fahrenheit where you live on Christmas. Yeah, that's a little bit better, but still, Christmas, like, I don't know, you need snow on Christmas. So on Christmas Eve, actually, there's a ski hill just a few miles down the road from us. And so we went over there, and they were making snow. And so my wife snowboards, my 6-year-old or 7-year-old now, he skis, and I don't do either, but I put on the boots and went out and stood out there with them, and we got a little bit of snow for Christmas Eve. It was pretty good. You already have 750,000 liters of corn in there, and we're not even a tenth of the way through this field yet. Look at the size of this field. Can I switch to growth? Was that going to show me? Yeah, so we've done this little sliver of this field, and we've already got 750,000 liters, and I'm in the way. Dano can't even pull in here because I'm just YouTubing it out, watching the map instead of what I'm doing. Big Diesel, how you doing, man? You had massive hailstorm on Christmas Day. Crazy. Yeah, the weather felt very un-Christmassy this year for Christmas in a lot of the Midwest. Ty, we had 2 choppers, but we couldn't keep up with only 2 truck drivers. So we went down to 1 chopper and 2 drivers and a compactor over here. I think if we had one more person on the server, maybe we could keep up with 2 choppers, but it'd be tough. I'm gonna unload a little bit while I'm backing up and get hung up on it, because that's always fun. We'll make a giant, obnoxious pile here that Nagi has to try and knock down. There we go. Wish your PC wasn't down, you'd try and get on. Yeah, this map is a little bit extra, too, because it's such a big map. I logged in probably a half hour before the live stream just to let the map and stuff start loading in. Gavin, downloading the map would wipe out your internet for weeks. Nice. Yeah, I think it's although for a map this size, I don't think it's that big. I don't think it's that much bigger in size than a typical 4X map that I see lately. This is a members only multiplayer server, Clayton. Is FS22 going to get a New Holland air drill seeder? That's a great question. I'm not sure. I have not kept up with the mod releases the last couple of months, so I really don't know what's in the works. Clayton, I am getting about 58 to 60. It bounces around. It's always going to be just a smidge under 60. My monitor's cap at 60, so that's what I've got everything set to. And some of that is I'm running streaming software. I think I've got Bamboo Studio open and the other monitor somewhere for one of the 3D prints I got going on the printer right now. So I got a bunch of stuff open. I've got Visual Studio and Unity open for American Farming. Been coding on stuff there. I don't know if the server just stopped or what's going on. I'm going to bounce up here. I think Dano just got a smidge too far back and it stopped unloading into him. Why am I pushing the wrong buttons? That's the question. There we go. Gear down, speed up. Nagi has lots of equipment too. Yeah, every time I turn around and look at the farmyard where there's, you know, a million pieces of equipment right across that road, it does take a small dip. Gavin, your stream won't let you launch the game without crashing, so I have bigger issues than Wi-Fi. Yeah. Yeah, I've got pretty decent internet, but it's funny is YouTube made some pretty big changes and OBS made some big changes, so I can actually stream at 1440p here, or 1440p, but 1440 and only requires like 15 megs up now, which is pretty good because I've got like 40 megs up, so I've been pretty happy with that. The only reason I don't stream at like 4K is just because there's not really any point. It lags too much for most people on the download, and it just puts so much strain on the computer. But I do all my recording and video uploads in 4K, which seems to work out pretty well. Dan, oh, you tabbed to your equipment, took a minute to get back. Yeah, that happens to me sometimes. Rough Riders, how do you get more FPS in Farm Sim 22? Honestly, there's outside of upgrading your computer and tweaking your graphics settings, the biggest drain on FPS is the mods that you use. So if you're using poorly optimized mods, it really tanks your DPS. And so one of the things that we look at is when we host the multiplayer server is I look for anything that's generating errors or is particularly unoptimized, like it's a huge file size. Then we tend to avoid that on the multiplayer servers because we like to try to keep the multiplayer servers running pretty good for people with, you know, all kinds of computers. Because not all, even the channel members, not everybody has super great computers, and so it's better to have a server that's going to run really smooth and have equipment that's going to work well for everybody. So that's the big thing I focus on. Now, I'm saying I'm just below 60 FPS here, right? And normally you might think that that's a bad thing, but I have updated my settings, so I'm rendering. You'll look and see I'm holding my hand up in front of the camera, not that you know what I'm pointing at, but if you look into the distance, you can see I'm rendering crops in detail, like way down the field here. And that's because I've got my graphics settings cranked up to, I think, 400%, where by default, I think you can only go to 200% in the game. So I'm editing my XML files to really crank the graphics settings up beyond their limits so that things look better for recordings and stuff. I mean, if you look out into that field, oops, I forget that right click on Courseplay. But if you look out in that field, I can see crop textures like as far as the eye can see just about. So that's how I like to play. I like having more detail in the video. I think it looks cooler. So to each their own. But I'm realizing my field of view is... Oh, it looked a little off in this one, but I guess it's good. You think 60 FPS is the max as well? Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never tried to run past 60. That's just my monitor's cap at 60, so I don't bother. I know, like, people play these FPS games and they've got 120 frames per second. I'm like, I'm old. I don't notice anything beyond 60 anyway. I can see a little bit of a difference between 30 and 60, but not a lot. Excuse me. I feel like you used to be big into MMOs with the spoonerism of tanking your DPS. Yeah, so I played a lot of MMOs over the years. I've been playing MMOs since the EverQuest Ultima Online days. I was big into Ultima Online and EverQuest back in the day. I played EVE Online for 10 years and then took a break and went back to it for another 4 or 5 years. So I've played World of Warcraft for years and years, a bunch of other MMOs in between. Which, ironically, since I started doing YouTube, I haven't played too many MMOs, but before my YouTube days, I used to play MMOs all the time. I just don't have time anymore. Plus, there hasn't been that many good MMOs, in my opinion, that have come out lately. I was excited about Pantheon for a while, but it's been on its way for way too long. Oh, there we go. That's how Nagi gets the stuff picked up when it's outside of the zone. We're gonna go at a diagonal just to make his life harder. Make it more interesting. Give the silage driver something to do. Need to check out Skywalker's new 8080-10 series. I saw he released that. In fact, actually, he gave me an early access preview of it. He's been one of my moderators for years, and I just didn't have a chance to check it out, but I'll have to check it out. Caleb, good to see you again. Was getting worried. Yeah, appreciate it. I have been gone. I'll say most of it's the squad's fault. I've been working on American farming a lot over the last few months, getting it released and then supporting it post-release. But moving into the new year, I'll be taking a step back into more of a management level on the team and not doing as much day-to-day, which will free me up to do more YouTube and pursue some of my other stuff. I'm actually working on my own video game now, so I'm going to try and solo indie dev, make my own game. I've got 2 games actually I'm working on, so we'll see. We'll see if I can get something launched. Does this truck have a Detroit in it? I suspect it does. It's got some good sounds. I'm not even familiar with which mod it is, though. It's been so long since I set up this server, I can't remember what mods we've even got installed. Noah, I am planning to do a series on Titan when I get back from vacation in middle of January. We'll be running UMRV, and I'll probably start up a series on the Titan, Iowa map. If you hit F3, it will bump up the FPS to 120. I seriously doubt that. Isn't F3 the debug key? I can't remember which one brings up the debug stuff, but one of those keys like tanks your DPS. What's your guess as to what Giants might announce for 2024 for FS22 that we might not know about already, like a new DLC not included with the expansion pack? Yeah, I'm curious, because they had the Year 2 DLC out, I feel like, way before the holidays last year, and I haven't seen them really talk about much that's coming next year yet. I suspect that there's at least one more DLC on the way, but I don't know. I don't know if they've got any more big plans or if they're planning to announce, like, the next game is coming out at the end of next year, right? So next year will be 2024. So I suspect in the fall here we're going to hear about FS25. Oh, that's what F3 does. Thank you, Trucker Matsy. It's the unlock frames button. Pushing F3 for me, though, wouldn't do anything because my monitor caps at 60 anyway, so I'll never get more than 60 frames a second. Am I going to play on the premium expansion? I did a live stream on that, and I'll be honest, there wasn't a lot there. that was new for me, right? It was more root crops, some more machines, so it was kind of fun to play around with. But I think I read you can't use the premium expansion stuff on the Titan map, so I can't play it there. So I'd have to find a map to play it on. But maybe I'll do a like a European stream at some point. I know I like my channel has been 100% let's use North American style equipment and farming. Maybe I'll take a break though at some point, or run one series in parallel, and we'll go to Europe and we'll give some of these European maps and mods a try, because there's some great maps out there that I feel like I miss out on just because I'm focused on all the North American stuff. So maybe we'll try one over there. We'll see how it does. You've noticed in your Let's Plays how to make your planter rows and plowed soil look more fluid and realistic. Your end rows have more complex curves. I hope that made sense. Yeah, so a lot of the maps I play on have what's called multi-terrain angle set up on them. And I always like to see maps with at least... I forget how many angles you can do, but at least some level of multi-terrain angles so that it looks more natural when you're planting. What I'm looking forward to is more and more maps with the row crop stuff on. And we're going to be playing with more of that. We're going to play the row crop ready version of Titan when it comes out. And that lets you have crop rows that actually go in different directions, which is really cool. Excuse me. Alright, let's see here. Whoops, we threw that into reverse a little early. This truck looks like it's got a little bit of a texture issue on the door. Look at that flashing there. Interesting. I wonder what's trying to shine through. Alright, it looks a lot like I'm aiming right to go wherever Nagi's at, but I promise I'm trying to just back straight up. Campaign of France, yeah, that was my let's get all these animal achievements done for FS19 before the end. That series did so poorly, but I was determined to get all of my achievements. How much do we got in here now? Oh, there we go. I just hit 1,000,000 liters. Nice. Yeah, Matt, I saw that the row crop version of Titan just got released for Christmas here, which is awesome. I can't wait to check it out. I'll be starting a series on that in the middle of January. I'm going to be away for the next week and a half. Lots of errors on it, though. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's been in testing for so long, I kind of assumed that it would be pretty stable. I'm gonna sneak in here behind Godly and get him started. I think Dan was working on backing up, but I'm gonna cut in line. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Whoa! I'm all over the place. I'm a wild man. Alright, let's gear down a little bit here. Mason Farms, it's pretty buggy. That's unfortunate. I was really excited. Well, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing I'm going to wait a little bit to try it out then. If there's some bugs, maybe they'll get ironed out in the next week and a half before I get in there. Nagi, my pixels. It's so good that there's not vehicle collision damage in this game. Johnny, you're not good at planting on RCR maps? Yeah, I'm not either, but that's half the fun. Because it'll hopefully force me to remember to use GPS on a regular basis and have straight rows. Maybe I can do the same thing on Campaign of France for FS22. Oh, Farmer Trio, that's an interesting one, yeah. I'm curious, that was like a little postage stamp sized map. Although I feel like if I did anything, I'd want to check out like... man, what was the name of that map? Like an Oxygen David map or something like that, where they put just a ton of work into some really awesome detail. I mean, not to say that the Black Sheep modding guys don't do a good job on their maps, but we'll see. Nick, are we going to finish this field tonight? Absolutely not. There's no way. Not with one silage harvester running. Look at the size of this map. We've covered this little sliver here, and we've got all of that left. Not gonna happen. Farmer Klein has links for Titan in the description if you're looking. Oh, I would just get them straight from the itch.io page for DR Modding. Yeah, DR Modding's a great guy. He does some pretty good work. How do you cover the Silage? I think you mean the Silage bunker on FS22 on PS4? I'm not sure, Jake. I've not played on console much. Farmer Trio, yeah, there's probably, you were seeing probably a little bit of lag when the game saves. Yeah, Glovebox, I think links are disabled in chat. Oh, and I don't even have all chat on. Wow, I apologize if I've been missing people's chat messages. I've been in quote-unquote top chat, which filters out some of the chat messages. Yeah, Nagi will just crank up, courseplay and knock things out. Oh man, well, there's no more drivers. Oh, we've got Dan coming. Speeding down the field. Lag must mean that Legacy is here. Nice. I haven't seen what Legacy Ag's been up to lately. I think he just released some new barns or something. I'm gonna put it all the way back in the other corner here, just so I can cut across Nagi's drive path. Oh, Nagi crashed into the wall this time. Twice. Got both wheels. I like it. I'll dump while we're backing up, I suppose. Oh, we didn't get very far. Should have started a little bit later, I suppose. I'm gonna get hung up on this pile, aren't I? Go, go, go. There we go. Gotta make it interesting for the silage pit driver. He needs something to do. Oh, Glovebox DR's link is what Farmer Klein posted in his review. Okay, nice. What did Farmer Klein rate it at? I'm always curious. Farmer Klein has an interesting rating system that he uses, where his number doesn't always match up with whether or not a map is great or not. Like, he rates it on a very technical scale, which is interesting and has value, but I don't always agree with his numbers. Like, a map might get a 5 out of 10 and be one of the best maps I've played, kind of a thing. And he's pretty open about that too, where he's rating it on a very prescribed scale. So I'll have to see what I'm curious now to see what he rated the map. Gavin, multi-terrain angle is not just an XML update. It also requires you to make some other changes to the map itself. So it's not as simple as just changing a certain value. It's not extremely hard, but it does have a few steps. He reviewed it on the non-row crap version, which had less errors. That's probably fair. I feel like most people will probably play the non-row crap version, but I'm a sucker for the more involved mechanics. 4.5, is that out of 5 stars, I hope? I think it is. Perfect, yeah, that's pretty good then. What Peterbilt is that? I don't know. The one Noggy bought for his farm. Let me look. Let me see if I can find it in the thing when we get to the end row here. I think I can at least pop in here. And it is a 1967 359. I don't know where we got this mod, though. Dan's gonna look, see if we can see where we picked this one up. I know we've got the links in the... Oops, I'm bumping Godly Devil here in the back. I know we've got the links on the Discord server. Oh my gosh! I'm trying to push him right out of his GPS course. There we go. Nagi, am I blocked? I don't think you're blocked. I'm seeing your messages. Maybe he means he's blocked in the pit because Dan all tabbed out with the semi in front of him. Oh, yeah, nobody can post links in chat, Nagi. It's a YouTube setting that they enabled by default. And so links are automatically stripped out of the chat, unfortunately. Only a moderator can post a link. Toss it in the Spring Creek server or chat, and I will post it to chat. I'll get going nice and straight here so I can alt-tab for a second. Ta-ta-ta. I'll post it as soon as I see Nagi post it. Oh, I lost chat. Where'd you guys go? There you are. Nagi posted AT Farms itch.io. Perfect. Oh, that's a nice, easy link. There. Well, that should work. I'll have to look at my settings and see if I can figure out how the link-based settings work. Community moderation. Settings... Channels. So interestingly enough, the block links isn't set for at a channel setting wide, at least. So it's got to be a stream level setting that I have turned on, and I have not. Oops, I'm full. Sorry, GD. So I must have it turned on at the stream level at some point. Need to add the tidy shop or shop extension or something like that that shows what mod it is in the little print below the mod name. That might be useful, actually. Alright, we're taking off, and I don't see Dan coming back. I think everybody was alt-tabbed looking for stuff. I'm going to leave this full truck here. I'll grab another truck, keep this forage harvester moving. Beep, beep. I thought 0 used to be the horn key. What is the horn key? I don't even know. Does everybody remember what the horn is on PC? Should be 0 on the numpad. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't hear anything. Maybe it's just getting drowned out by the truck sound. Oh, it's 0, not 0 on the numpad. Okay, my bad. looks like somebody came and took my full truck. Nice. Alright, now, see, I was hitting the numpad 0, trying to let him know, like, when I'm getting full and stuff, and, he wasn't doing anything all this time. But, helps when you push the right button. Alright. Well, we're making good progress on this field, at least. It's been nice to get back into a, little bit of farm sim. I'm so out of practice. Yeah, exactly. I've been so deep into American farming for so long that I come back and play, you know, this on the PC, and it's just foreign to me. You know, I'm just so used to working on, you know, a different farming game for so long. Mad Weasel, how you doing, man? Oh, goodness. How's the launch? The launch was good. A little bit more hectic than we expected. Lots of issues still, but we're getting there. We've got a huge performance optimization in the works right now that we're testing out with a small group of beta testers. And we got a few kinks to work out, but it should help us out with all the users on lower end devices that are having problems with the game crashing and stuff, which is going to be exciting. We had a lot of people that tried to scale their farms up real quick and bought huge chunks of the map, and then their game started crashing because they own most of the map, and that takes up a lot more memory. So hopefully we can get this update out before the new year, especially since I'm going to be gone for the next week plus. But we'll see how the rest of this week goes. We're almost full here. A little bit more to go. Maybe I'll get a little bit closer so we don't lose tracking with the chopper. And there's my horn. Oh, I can hear the chopper honking at us too. Nice. Got Nagi the Speed Demon coming out. Yeah, we've also got some new stuff coming in the game in American Farming soon as well. Some more vehicles and such, which will be fun. And then we will, I don't know, we'll see. We've got a long list of new features and enhancements and stuff we want to add to it over time. It's just a matter of trying to get everything tested and in-game. Oh, don't want to get stuck. It's a pretty big pile. I think I'll actually back up this time before I start dumping, just so I don't get the trailer hung up like last time. I think it's gonna be harder and harder to push me out of the pit if I do manage to get this truck hung up. There we go. Nice and slow, let it drain out. Ethan Farms, you're playing on Titan and Wathong the stream at the same time. Oh, watching the stream. Okay. Yeah, it's nice having multiple monitors. I've got 5 hooked up to my computer right now, which is a bit much. One of them's mirrored, so I guess technically it's 4 visual screens. It can be a bit much sometimes, but for the most part it works out pretty well. What's my favorite John Deere R series tractor? Probably the 7R. I kind of like a little bit smaller look and feel to it. I feel like the 8Rs are just, I mean, they're cool, don't get me wrong, but they're big. I feel like if I had one, I'd want like a 7R, run a nice like 12-row planter on it. Be a good time. I like the look and feel. The 8RX, though, is probably my favorite tractor in general, but the 7R is a nice looking tractor. Yeah, 8RX and a DB60. Yeah, there you go. It's like Nagi's a little over half full. We'll be right in line, ready to go. Got Dan doing his turn on compacting the silage. 7R 350 with the 16 row. There you go, that'd be pretty good. Gonna have to clear a row in front of the trees. Yeah, that'd probably make it life a little bit easier for turning around for sure. Now let's sneak on up so that we're in position to switch out when Nagi gets full. Oh, I might have just stole it from him though. Yeah, we stole it. We'll back off. Need about 2 to 3 more drivers. Oh, for sure. Well, Nagi's got 3 forage harvesters, I think. I suppose we could have put the 2 forage harvesters on courseplay courses, and then all drove trucks, and maybe kept up with them with 4 drivers. All right, I'm stealing Nagi, or he might be full too. Good. Apologies, folks. I just can't seem to stop coughing tonight. We're getting a little bit ahead of the chopper here. I'm going to slow my speed down to 6 miles an hour instead of 7. Let's see how this works. Oh, it's got a nice window out the back. A little bit laggy. Still need someone on the blade. Yeah, that's true. I feel like I'm getting a little close to the header there when I'm in the truck. I gave you my cough. Coughing all over the mic, getting chat sick. Super trucker status unlocked, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would actually enjoy the game that much if I was stuck doing 100% of stuff in cab. I've thought about doing that for a series at some point, but it just doesn't sound very fun. I've tried it in small spurts in the past, and I find that most of the time the camera just isn't optimized well, and without proper mirrors in every vehicle and such, it's just too much of a pain. I'd rather use third person and be able to see what's going on and just kind of look around at all times. Looks like Nagi's on the way back out here. Perfect timing. I'm down to, or I'm up to 80% full, 83% full. Hope I'm enjoying the Michigan temps like you are. Time to go to the beach. Yeah, we're gonna be heading to Mexico here for a week soon. I can't wait to go get some sunshine. I haven't minded that it's warm outside of, I would have liked some real snow for Christmas, but we went up to the ski hill over the Christmas Eve with the kid and enjoyed that, so I got to see a little bit of snow at least. But I would have liked some real snow on the ground everywhere for Christmas. But other than that, it's been great. The older I've gotten, the less I really need to have the whole winter weather experience. Gear up here, see if I can get there and back before things get too crazy. GD, snow would have been fun in Central Ohio. Yeah, exactly. I'm not asking for much. Just wanted 1 week of snow over the Christmas holiday break. Don't have anywhere to go. We're sitting at home anyway. Jake, I don't know if you can put four ways on the console or not. I don't know if there's a key combo for that or what. I know on PC it's like the end key or something. Or maybe it's... I don't remember. Oops, we're getting a little bit crooked over there. Let's see if I can, straighten this out. I think the game's saving. There we go. We're moving again. I can't talk and back up at the same time. We're gonna crash into this wall if I don't focus. Trying to keep the crash counter in the single digits tonight. And there we go. I want to get that right up to the top of the bunk. Mason, have a good one. Appreciate you coming and hanging out tonight. Home key on PC for the four ways, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yep. Where the GPS mod is your best friend. Personally, you like enhanced vehicle mod paired with the headland management. Yeah, headland management is one of those mods that I've been meaning to play around with at some point. Or the enhanced vehicle mod with the headland management. But yeah. I miss the old GPS mod from, was it 17 or 19, where you got to the end row and you could hit the button and it would turn you into the next row automatically. Oh yeah, that's what enhanced vehicle does now. See, that's what I missed that from the original GPS mod. I might need to bite the bullet and make the switch to enhanced vehicle at some point. How many pits would be needed to finish this field? Well, there's still quite a bit of room in that pit, but we're not even a quarter of the way done yet. Yeah, that was in 19 that the GPS mod would do that. Yeah, I missed that. I feel like I had that on when I was playing on FSN. Like it was you had to push the button still. It wouldn't do it automatically. I think you had to like hit the button when you got to the end row and it would turn you to the next one. Oh, I got here just in time. Nagi's getting full. Oh no. You can do it, truck. Too many gears up. Gotta slow the gear down a bit here. You gonna do it or what, truck? There we go. I don't feel like I had to go down to second gear last time around, but the truck is struggling a little bit to make it up that little bit of a hill there for some reason. Oh, I'm caught up on chat for once. Awesome. GD's been champing it out here running the forge harvester for us all night. He's got constitution. I'm curious if I'll get full before we get to the end row. I'm at 25% already. Super camping, you've been lurking a bit as you play on console. Very nice. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about Farm Sim is, at least before I started recording videos, if you're just playing, it's a really chill game, and you can kind of do some other stuff while you're playing. So for me, I can talk to chat most of the time without crashing into things, but it's one of those games that I always liked before I started streaming, because I could pop up a YouTube video or a movie or something and just kind of chill, make some progress on the farm, kind of multitasking some other things. Johnny, all I got to do is get your rows set up, turn on auto turn on headland, and set your distance from the end of field when it turns around. Yeah, nice. I suppose then all you have to do is make sure you took off enough headlands to start with, and you'll be good to go. Gavin, you need to figure out why Farm Sim won't launch on your PC, because it's making you wonder If you get a lobotomy, oh my girlfriend, clean my drool off your chin. Nice. We're 60%. Ooh, Nagi's a little bit faster this time. I think last time he came out into the field, I was at 80% already. He's getting zippy. Keith, hello from West Texas. Good to see you, man. Hopefully you guys had a good holiday season down there this year. Gonna start speeding up, let Nagi catch up and take over. I'm at 90% already. I think it'll jump right back to him. Yeah, I kind of expected that pipe to swing back faster. Well, happens. Let's go get this dumped, see how the pit's filling up here. I forgot to check last time. I'm going to open the help menu proactively this time so we can see how full that pit is, in case I forget while we're there. Usually let it go by the width of the implement, manually take off a couple rows at each end. Works pretty good. Nice. Oh, Nagi dropped the trailer. That makes sense. Alright. Get it turned in here. We're going to drop this one. Trying to see where we're a little short. Maybe on this side again is actually going to be a good spot. Put it right in the middle of the right side here. Here we go. And we'll start dumping. I'm going to do it at an angle again. Make it interesting for Dan. We're 84% compacted too, so he's keeping up with us. He's making progress. We're already at 1.5 million liters of silage. That's crazy. That's probably not even counting all this stuff we've got on the ground out in front of the silage bunk there. Depending on the field shape and what's at the end of the field, sometimes you got to take more off. That makes sense. Is this still the same rundown? Probably. I think this time Godley should probably take a bit of the headland pass off, see if we can make some room for turning around with all these trees down here. We'll let Nagi... I didn't try to take over. I was way back here. What's it doing? Oh, he might have gotten a little too far off to the side. Brian Rutherford, how you doing, man? Fighting a cold, so you forgot the time of the stream started? No worries. I'm going to be back to making videos starting January 8th. I'm going to be going on vacation here with the fam, and it just didn't feel like it made sense for me to start up and put 1 or 2 videos out this week and then take another week plus off. So I'm just going to bank some videos, work on getting a backlog up with the editor here this week. And then we will, well, I might not even get to that, but we'll be starting to put videos out on January 8th. This field's not even properly fertilized. Nice. Yeah, I noticed the pH levels seemed low. Yeah, it's funny is I've been so focused on getting American farming launched and dealing with some family stuff and whatnot that I didn't realize how much I missed putting out farm sim videos. So we'll definitely be getting back to hopefully daily weekday videos, at least 5 days a week with the channel here in January. My goal is to do Monday through Friday videos. Yeah, Johnny, I have heard people say good things about it, and I've just always used GPS because that's a mod I've been using since FS17, and I used to know the keyboard commands, but now that everything is a Stream Deck button for me, I feel like it won't be a hard transition. It'll just take me a couple of tries to get it running, and then I'll be good to go. Christopher, what was my first farm sim game or memory? So I started on FS17. I did go back and play FS15 briefly, but I really only ever played 17, and that's when I started making YouTube videos, is towards the end of 17 as well. And then I really doubled down on 19 and 22. I've been with 19 and 22 since the beginning, I should say. I got a little pop-up over on my other window. Apparently, I can see when ads are getting inserted for the viewers now by YouTube, so that's a new feature for me. Also, with enhanced vehicle, you can actually turn 4x4 off and on the trucks and lock the differentials and stuff. That's a really cool feature. That would come in useful from time to time, because I feel like I get stuck with certain trucks and I wish I could lock their differentials. It shows you the paint damage and fuel usage stuff too. Nice. Yeah, I've seen people that stream with it, and they've got all the extra readouts in the lower right-hand corner, and I'm always jealous that I haven't gone and spent the time to figure out how to use some of these other mods. We'll have to double down and get into that moving forward. Stop being such a lazy YouTuber. There we are. $75% full. Nice. I'll probably just switch out and let Nagi take it on the way back, just because he's here, and it'll be easier than trying to switch later. Oh my goodness, we got stuck on the header there. My bad. Crash counter ++. Completely forgot you're streaming tonight. That's all right, Permas. I haven't streamed in months. It's one of those things like, oh yeah, I still do this. I'm still here. It's all good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to streaming regularly again. I have to say, the longer I've been doing YouTube, the more I enjoy the live streams, actually. I mean, videos are fun and all, but there's only so much talking to myself I can do in a week. And so getting to just hang out with the community and chat with people has been a lot more entertaining for me. Kind of keeps me more engaged for sure. Sim Dashboard is one of those things that I started playing around with, and I think at the time, the tablet I was trying to use wasn't a very good tablet, and I was having problems with it staying connected to the Wi-Fi, and so it was more of a frustrating experience, where my Stream Deck being plugged in is always a very, responsive user experience. But I might have to give the Sim Dashboard another shot, now that I've got a couple of better tablets laying around here doing all this mobile game development. Nick, how do you know when I'm going to stream? So I do post ahead of time. So I posted earlier today, both on Facebook and YouTube should have provided a notification. And then all of those notifications also go to my Discord server. So we've got there's a Kedrick Farms Discord server, which has got over 4,000 people on it now. Hanging out, so that's the best place to kind of follow around. And oh, I ran into a tree. I was trying to keep it under into single-digit crashes. But yeah, Discord's probably the best place to kind of stay in touch with me. I tend to follow that a little bit more than any of my other social media stuff. can't see. All right. Nope, don't run over the corn. Yeah, if you just subscribe to the channel, you get the notifications. Well, actually you won't unless you click the little bell and select to get all of the notifications. When you first set up Sim Dashboard, you can choose between using Wi-Fi or using a USB cable to connect. Yeah, the problem is I'm out of USB cables on my PC. I've got 2 USB hubs hooked up, but with all the streaming lights, and I've got, well, I actually run 3 Stream Decks on my PC for some reason, and all the other peripherals, it's just gotten to a point where plugging more USB things into my PC is not working out well for me. I've got 2 cameras, I've got a joystick, a steering wheel, and a shifter. It's just a pain. I get the paid version of Sim Dashboard. You can use it for FS22 and ATS. Yeah, I do have, I do play ATS as well, but again, I just have all the Stream Decks that I use for everything that work pretty well. But again, Sim Dashboard might be a good experience over there too. I know a lot of people like using Sim Dashboard for ATS. I actually bought a joystick controller and have been planning on using my new 3D printing skills to print up some accessories, and the joystick controller will let me build my own button boxes. So I might be playing around with building some custom button boxes just for the fun of it, not because it's cheap or cost effective. That's when I just get a Raspberry Pi to run stuff. That too, I could definitely do that. But the joystick controller is actually not too expensive. I got 2 of them for like $14 or something. But they're only buttons. It's not like a real joystick where it has an in-depth axis control, so I can't do like a throttle controller or something with it. It's more of a on-off on the axes, but that's all right. I'm planning on just using it as a button box anyway. What I want to do is make a custom shifter knob and be able to put my like high-low range type settings for my shifter on the controller. Godly, you keep forgetting about the Raspberry equipment. Yeah, I feel like I have a Raspberry Pi laying around on a shelf somewhere, probably. You use Farm Sim Guy's John Deere run screen to show fuel percentage, field info, and all that good stuff. Yeah, he did a great job on putting those together, I know, especially when that stuff first came out. I should probably just use his stuff and not even bother trying to figure out how to make my own Sim Dashboard screens. Excuse me. Coughing all over chat again. Forget who, but there's a company who makes shifters for ATS that work in FS as well. Yeah, I've seen a few of them. But I've kind of got into that whole 3D printing scene, and I feel like I just gotten to a point where it's like, well, I have the tools to do it. I might as well learn how to do it myself. I'm slowly starting to get into 3D modeling. With working in game development and Unity and Blender and all this stuff so much, it's a skill set that I feel like I need to pick up, and that translates very easily into 3D printing then as well. And so I'll be trying to take I found some 3D print designs for an Eaton Fuller knob that should work with the Thrustmaster joystick stuff that I have. And then my plan is to modify it slightly to suit my needs and get my own shifter with a range and a splitter on it and replace the knob on my Thrustmaster shifter that I've got. So what you do is added a few plain buttons up top for other functions that's not on the screen originally. That's not a bad idea. That was a pretty seamless switch. Yeah, I know. I felt like if I got just far enough forward, he would be right there for the switch out. It only took 2 hours. We're getting it down finally. Well-oiled machine. Now I'll ruin it all by crashing into something over here by the pit probably, but... We're gonna put it in high. Get this thing moving. I am out of practice. Very much so. I have actually, Dylan. I am down to the last couple of inches here in my water bottle over a 2-hour stream. The goal is to drink a liter of water in 2 hours when I'm streaming. So I feel like we're right on track. And I do have a hard stop here at 11. I promised my wife and college-age son that we'd go watch a movie at 11. It's been so nice having a 18-year-old now. It's like, oh, we can watch whatever we want. We don't even have to think twice about it anymore. He's an adult. He can handle it. Yeah, those are the kind of buttons I've got on the Stream Deck, like the attach and detach and fold and all my GPS controls. Got the gear up and range up keys on there. It works out remarkably well. And then over here, do these buttons even work? Oh, they do. I've got all kinds of buttons on the Stream Deck for streaming stuff. Nagi's at 90%. I'm sitting here driving in 6th gear low. Gotta put some speed on. We took too long. Woohoo! Vote for Pulp Fiction. we watched that with him just a few months back. This summer we watched that with him for the first time. I don't know if he was as impressed with it as we enjoyed it, my wife and I did, but I don't think he got a 0 on his rating, but it's a classic. I think he actually wants to watch Inglourious Bastards, so that'll be an interesting one to check out. I've seen it before. It's been a while though, so it's always funny when he's like, "Hey, have you ever seen some random movie X?" You know, I'm like, "Oh, of course I've seen that." You know, it's like, "Well, can we watch it maybe?" I'm like, "Sure, let's do it." These the paddle shifters on the wheel for the shifting. So I used to do that, but I use the paddle shifters as my turn signals because I do try to use turn signals, at least when I'm recording videos or playing ATS. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I think I'll make this the last load of the night. We'll take this back down and we'll take stock of how much corn we've harvested. If we look at the map here, yeah, we didn't even make it a quarter of the way through this field. This is like maybe an 1/8 of the way through this field. So I didn't put a dent in it really, but I'm sure Nagi's got plenty of bunk space for the rest of this field between those two giant bunks. Perm, is this one's using the texture you did? Yeah, I think it might actually be. I'm not sure. I've done such a terrible job of keeping up with mods and who's working on what and all that stuff over the last 6 months, really. I can't even say the last 2 months while I've been gone. It was well before that. I need to reinsert myself into the community. I've had a handful of modders that still send me stuff on a regular basis, and I've got like the new truck from Northwest Mods and Edits that he put my logo on for me and sent me. I've got new stuff from Forward Ag sitting in my inbox that I need to go check out, and I just feel so bad because everybody in the community's been so nice, and I'm like, I'll get back to videos soon, I promise. I'm almost full. Alright, I'm full. That was actually not a bad transition, all things considered. Can't recall anyone else making a smooth roller texture. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think so. Nick, I don't think any of the other players are streaming, actually. I wanted to make a John Deere style control panel that's on the right side of the cab. Yeah, my dream would be one day to take like an old SoundGuard tractor cab and turn it into an actual like farm sim simulator setup with like multiple monitors and stuff. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, you got to stop doing all that flight sim stuff and come back to farm sim, Permis. I say as though they haven't been trying to corrupt me into playing Flight Simulator. I think I'm going to hold out for the new one. They're going to introduce like crop dusting and stuff in the next Flight Simulator I read. So I might just hold out for that one. Then I can justify it as a farming related experience if I start with some crop dusting. I should have tried to back right up to where Dano's parked and put a load right in front of him so he can't get out. That would have been fun. Didn't think of it. You've seen some of the ATS guys who have the entire truck cabs? I have. That's pretty epic. I need to really upgrade some of my 3D printing and just manufacturing and general skills before I had to attempt something like that, though. And I don't have the space for it. I mean, I guess I kind of do, but I just don't have the space for something like that. My office already, I'm tempted to tear down my racing rig that I've got next to me over here. Just because it takes up so much room, and I've got a second computer back behind me in my office for my 7-year-old to play at now. And I'd really rather have some more room in here for he and I to hang out. So let's take a look here. We are... I'm not in a vehicle. Oh, wait. There it was. We've got almost 2 million liters of chaff here. And it's 95% compacted, so congrats to everybody who's been working on that. Keeping up with the trucks coming in. That's pretty epic. 2 million liters of silage in a couple hours. Not a bad amount of work for a handful of guys here. So that's been a lot of fun here. Pardon, I'm going to have to wrap things up for the night, though, I think here. I've got family waiting on me to watch a movie, and if I keep going, I'm going to lose my voice, which is not necessarily a problem since I'm not going to do videos tomorrow, but I think my 7-year-old would be disappointed if I could only talk to him with hand motions and vague moaning, so we're going to wrap it up. And like I said, we're going to be on break again for a couple of weeks here, and I will be back on January 8th with videos, and hopefully we're going to be back into getting into live streams there. I got to check what nights the kids have scheduled events and things like that as we get into January, but hopefully I'll be able to get back to 2 nights a week live streams again in January as well. A huge shout out to all the channel members that were hanging out tonight, as well as the guys that set up the silage harvest for tonight. It makes my life easy when I don't have to think about it. There probably wouldn't have been a stream tonight if Nagi hadn't set everything up and said, hey, do you want to stream on my farm tonight on the multiplayer server? So big shout out to Nagi, Godly Devil, and Dano for hanging out with me on the multiplayer server tonight, and to everybody else that hung out in chat. We will see you all in January for some more farming goodness. Well, that's all for today. Kedrick, out.